Spring is quickly approaching, and if you are looking to give your home a fresh new look, we have some ideas for you today. Rosemary Palmer is here to give us some easy tips. Great to have you here this morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Well, I'm great, and I'm excited to have you here because I am always looking for some ways to spruce up the home.
Are you a big DIYer, or do you do a few things? A few things.
Yes,
okay.
I do.
Well, what I'm going to talk about today is really anybody can do. It may take a little bit of practice, but I'm going to talk about how to take old cabinet doors and turn them into serving trays.
Okay.
So you may have these old cabinet doors here that from a project at your house, pick them up at a flea market, or a great place to get them is at the Habitat for Humanity Restore.
Restore, right.
$1 or $2 each or something.
Okay.
So even though a lot of the paint out now says no prep, you still have to prep a little bit or your paint's not going to stick. So you always want to give it a good cleaning.
Gotta remember things like that.
Yeah,
Those are
always
important.
give it a good cleaning. And then some of this, especially if it's come from the kitchen, it may have grease on it. And I always like to sand it down a little bit to remove that extra. It may have some dings in it, and then to remove that shine, it's going to make your paint stick better.
And you've got, that's the sander there?
Right. Okay. This is the one I use. This is like $25 at Home Depot, so it's great for all the little projects. Or you could use a little sanding block.
I've used that one, and that looks better to me.
These are so good. Yes, so handy. So what you want to do after you clean it, and the first one I've got here is one that I just painted in white, and then I distressed all the edges of it, and I went over it with a little bit of glaze just to like bring that underneath color out a little bit. It's kind of that shabby chic, the farmhouse look.
It is so popular right now,
It is still
isn't it?
so popular with Chip and Joanna. Everybody's going farmhouse.
I know, I like that look.
And then the next one I've got is basically just really one that I painted in a gray milk paint. And what makes it really pretty too is I just added these glass knobs. And now these are old knobs I had picked up, and if you do anything now, you're seeing the brass coming back. It's not that bright brass from the 80s,
No,
it's usually the antique.
But
So
this is
we've
beautiful.
got
I love
this.
this color, and those
that
really
is
pop.
a good color. We'll set this down here. And then I took this one just a step farther. Now, a lot of my knobs I spray paint or buy. Now these I did buy. These were maybe about $5, but you think about adding that to a tray, it just glams it up.
Oh yes, absolutely.
So then this one I took just a step farther, and I wanted to stencil on it. And stenciling is very easy. It can require practice, and so that's why I always tell you to, before you start any project, if you're not familiar with it, practice a little bit.
Get a box and do something on the side first.
The back side, a scrap piece of wood. And what you want to do is you dip your paint, or dip your stencil brush into the paint, and then you basically wipe all the paint off of it. So you're going to look and think you don't have any paint on there, and then you want to pounce up and down on it is what you do. And this one I did with one coat, and there we go. So that's one there. And then we may have, you may think, oh, well, I want something, I don't have that farmhouse look. I have a little bit more modern. The black works so well. This could even be in a guy's house. These are great on ottomans for your coffee and things. And then this next one is what I call from our house divided here.
Oh goodness, we have some Tennessee fans.
Okay, well,
that work here.
we are a house divided. My husband grew up here. I grew up in Arkansas, and somehow our son is a Florida fan. But what I did on this one was just made that checkerboard that's, so iconic. And it's done with the paint. I mean, the painter's tape. And you can see that a lot of times this can kind of take some math. You go back to your high school math. But if you make your stripes or your checks,
use
the width of this, it works.
Perfect. Great gift idea, too.
It is. You think about end of year teacher gifts, Mother's Day, bridal showers coming up.
Thank you so much. I wish we had more time. You'll have to come back with us. Tell people how they can find out more about you. You have a great website and a blog. Give us that website.
It's Not Just Paper and Paint. .com, or always email me at notjustpaperandpaint@gmail. If you have any questions, if you need a few more tips or something, just give me a holler.
And you have so many great ideas. You got your blog there. They can look. So please come back definitely next time and show us some more things. This is some great ideas here. And now I believe we're ready to check in with Chip.